What's up, Pump Talk Nation? Get ready to dive headfirst into the most electrifying news cycle you've ever seen. The world is spinning faster than ever, and we're here to catch you up on everything that matters before it even hits the mainstream. We've got stories that will make you think, stories that will make you feel, and stories that will absolutely blow your mind. Today, we're starting with a powerful personal journey through a challenging chapter of history. We'll hear firsthand accounts from someone who lived through a significant period, offering a perspective that textbooks simply can't capture. Prepare for an emotional and deeply resonant story that sheds light on resilience and remembrance. Next, we shift gears to a story of incredible strength and the fight for a second chance. This is a tale of overcoming immense personal battles, where a critical intervention provided the lifeline needed to begin a transformative journey. It's a raw and inspiring look at the path to recovery and the impact of vital support systems, proving that even in the darkest moments, hope and healing are possible. Then, we're heading to the islands for a deep dive into the strategies and mind games of a popular competition. We'll get an inside look at the preparations and strategic thinking of a contestant ready to take on the ultimate challenge. Get ready to explore the unique approaches and potential pitfalls as they navigate alliances, challenges, and the unpredictable nature of the game. And finally, we're catching up with a familiar face who's back for another thrilling season, bringing his unique energy and determination. This time, the stakes are incredibly high as personal motivations and past experiences fuel his quest for victory. It's a story of risk, reward, and the unwavering drive to achieve a significant goal. You won't want to miss this. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you never miss a beat. A living piece of history. Step back in time to a period that shaped generations. We're taking you to the Manzanar National Historic Site, not just as a landmark, but as a place with profound personal significance for individuals who lived through its most challenging era. Our focus today is on the deeply moving testimony of Pat Sakamoto, a survivor who was born within the Manzanar War Relocation Center during World War II. Her connection to this place is so strong that she considers southern Inyo County, where Manzanar is located, as home. Sakamoto is a dedicated quarter-century member of the Manzanar Committee, an organization committed to preserving the narratives of Japanese-American incarceration survivors, ensuring that the painful lessons of the past are not forgotten and that history does not repeat itself. Her presence at a recent day of action to defend parks and history underscored the ongoing relevance of these sites. This event was organized to protest efforts aimed at suppressing uncomfortable aspects of American history and reducing funding for national parks and historic sites. Sakamoto shared a particularly poignant detail about her mother, Kazuko Hirano, who was young, pregnant, and unmarried when she was forcibly relocated to Manzanar. At its peak, the center housed over 10,000 individuals. Sakamoto recounted the social ostracization her mother faced due to her circumstances, highlighting the immense emotional burden of carrying a child without a spouse and the public shame that accompanied it. Despite these hardships, her mother endured, a testament to her strength. Sakamoto revealed a deeply personal promise she made to her mother, to be her voice after her passing. In a more intimate conversation, Sakamoto elaborated on her family's complex history. Her mother, who passed away 17 years ago, had a complicated relationship with her Manzanar experience, largely disliking discussing it, even while participating in the annual Manzanar pilgrimage. This pilgrimage serves as a crucial platform for raising awareness about the injustices faced by Japanese Americans during the incarceration and for honoring the memories of those who survived. Sakamoto's mother, Kazuko Hirano, is listed in the Manzanar records as Kazuko Morikawa after marrying Henry Hiroshi Morikawa at the center. They obtained a pass to travel to Independence for the ceremony. When they arrived at Manzanar in May 1942, Kazuko was already pregnant with their first child, Janice Emiko Morikawa, born in October of that year. Sakamoto herself, Patricia Mariko Morikawa, was born in April 1944. Tragically, she never met her father. Despite being a U.S. citizen by birth, Henry Morikawa was separated from his family in February 1944 and later deported to Japan. This separation stemmed from his responses to the controversial Statement of United States Citizen of Japanese Ancestry Loyalty questionnaire. While his wife answered yes, yes to the critical questions about military service and allegiance, Henry answered no, no. His Japanese-born parents, facing similar dilemmas regarding renouncing allegiance to Japan, also answered no, no, fearing statelessness if deported. Sakamoto later speculated that her father, as the eldest son, might have felt culturally obligated to accompany his parents to Japan, a notion her mother struggled to accept, never forgiving him for what she perceived as choosing his parents over his wife and daughters. Without her husband's support, Kazuko relied on Manzanar's Children's Village, the only orphanage within a relocation center, to care for Sakamoto's older sister while she recovered from childbirth. Though too young to recall Manzanar itself, Sakamoto and her sister experienced the sting of prejudice upon returning to mainstream society, facing taunts like dirty Japs and physical altercations. Sakamoto's mother remarried when she was 4, and she adopted the surname Sakamoto from her stepfather, Paul Kagito Sakamoto, the only father figure she truly knew. They later had 2 daughters, who were significantly younger than Sakamoto. The family's economic struggles and the lingering prejudice against Japanese Americans made finding stable employment difficult. When Sakamoto inquired about Manzanar, her mother would often deflect, saying it wasn't a good time and there was nothing to remember. Sakamoto notes this reluctance is common among survivors, but she believes sharing these stories is vital for societal progress and change. Hold on tight, because we're about to explore incredible feats of human resilience in the face of adversity. Next, we're diving into a powerful story of overcoming addiction and the role of life-saving intervention. A second chance at life. In the heart of Ohio, a powerful narrative of recovery is unfolding, offering a beacon of hope to those battling addiction. Dylan Chiarella, a Northwest Ohio resident, is bravely sharing his journey from the depths of heroin addiction, a path that led him to overdose 3 times over a decade. His story is a testament to the life-saving power of Narcan, the overdose reversal drug that he credits with providing him the critical second chances he desperately needed to turn his life around. Chiarella's candid accounts resonate deeply, emphasizing the profound impact of this intervention in his fight for sobriety. His struggle began during his time at Ohio State University, where alcohol became a crutch for social acceptance. This escalated into drug use, ultimately leading him to heroin. Today, Chiarella stands more than 6 years sober, a remarkable achievement he actively promotes by sharing his experiences publicly. He has partnered with Project Knoll, a nonprofit organization dedicated to raising awareness about addiction and supporting recovery efforts. At a recent event in Tiffin's Hedgesboyer Park, Chiarella implored others struggling with addiction to seek help before it's too late. He shared, "It's events like this now that I can come share and talk about, the depths that we get in, that desperation and hopelessness, and how we can get out of those, and we do become productive people in the community." His words serve as a powerful reminder that recovery is not only possible, but leads to a fulfilling and contributing life. Community efforts are gaining momentum, with organizations like Hope in Fostoria actively involved in supporting men overcoming alcohol and drug dependency through their Phoenix House recovery program. McKinley Armstrong, the coordinator at Hope in Fostoria, articulated his mission. "My hope is that nobody ever has to be aware of an overdose. Unfortunately, it's an epidemic and a plague here, not just in Seneca County, Ohio, but also across the United States. Step 1 is just making people more aware in the hopes that we can stop the deaths." This collective commitment highlights the urgent need for awareness and intervention in combating the ongoing opioid crisis. Chiarella's journey is a vivid illustration of how sobriety can mend fractured relationships and restore a sense of purpose. He expressed his gratitude, stating, "I'm blessed today, giving back to the people that I love and getting my father and my son back in my life, because of the program Narcotics Anonymous and the fellowship that I'm in, and believing in something greater than myself." His narrative powerfully demonstrates that with the right support and a renewed belief in oneself and a higher power, a life once consumed by addiction can be reclaimed, rebuilt, and transformed into one of purpose and contribution. Chiarella's courageous openness is not just a personal victory. It's an inspiration to countless others facing similar battles, proving that the path to recovery, though arduous, is attainable and profoundly rewarding. Prepare for a strategic showdown as we delve into the minds of competitors on a global stage. Next up, we're dissecting the game plan of a new player entering a high-stakes competition, ready to outwit and outplay. The Strategist's Gambit. As the anticipation builds for the next season of a beloved reality competition, the spotlight turns to one of its promising new contestants, Jeremiah Ng. A global events manager hailing from Toronto, Jeremiah brings a unique blend of experiences from the worlds of fashion and finance, offering a fascinating perspective as he prepares to navigate the intricate social and strategic landscape of Survivor 49. In an exclusive pre-season interview, Jeremiah shared his compelling journey from a dedicated superfan to an active player, detailing his meticulous preparation and his ambitious strategy for the game ahead. One of the most intriguing aspects of Jeremiah's approach is his Canadian identity and how he plans to leverage it. He's crafted an elaborate cover story, pretending to be on a trek to Mount Everest's base camp, a clever ruse to explain his absence and potentially misdirect fellow contestants. This level of forethought highlights his commitment to deception and strategic maneuvering from the outset. His preparation for the physical demands of the game is equally unconventional, incorporating advice from his father to talk to the trees, a metaphor for observing and listening without revealing too much, emphasizing a stealthy and observant gameplay. Jeremiah intends to play up a perception of being bubbly and ditzy, a strategic facade designed to mask his sharp intellect and deep understanding of the game. This tactic aims to lull opponents into underestimating him, creating opportunities for blindsides and strategic advantages. He's identified a key alliance strategy, aligning with strong, independent women, recognizing their potential for formidable gameplay and loyalty. Conversely, he's wary of perceived three bros who appear to be pre-gaming, indicating a keen awareness of potential threats and established dynamics within the cast. Jeremiah also expressed a desire to embark on the show's signature, Journey Challenges, believing the show is due for a positive outcome, perhaps hinting at his own optimistic outlook or a desire to influence the narrative positively. Loyalty is a cornerstone of his strategy, which he believes will be a crucial factor in how the jury ultimately votes. He understands that building trust and demonstrating integrity, even within a game of deception, can be a winning formula. The interview also touched upon the potential pitfalls of overanalyzing situations, a common trap for strategists, and the importance of trusting one's instincts when making critical decisions under pressure. The question remains, will Jeremiah's distinctive background in fashion, finance, and global events provide him with the edge needed to excel in the complex social dynamics of Survivor? His calculated approach and unique persona suggest he's a contestant to watch closely. Get ready for a high-stakes game where personal stakes are as high as the competition itself. Next, we're diving into the intense world of a seasoned player returning for another shot at glory, driven by powerful personal motivations. The ultimate betrayal. Prepare for a gripping narrative from the front lines of a popular competitive reality show, where one of its most dynamic players, Luke Toki, is risking it all once again. Having already etched his name into the show's history with 2 previous appearances, the decision to leave his family for a third time to compete on Survivor, Australia v. The World was far from easy. This season carries immense personal weight, amplified by his daughter Maddie's ongoing, brave battle with cystic fibrosis since birth. The opportunity to win significant prize money to help cover her extensive hospital bills, coupled with his dedicated fundraising efforts for the Perth Children's Hospital Foundation and cystic fibrosis research, presented a chance too compelling to refuse. Luke, 38, recently shared an update on Maddie's health, expressing relief that she was released from the hospital on July 8 after a grueling 9-month stay. "Yeah, look, she's okay. She's now out of hospital," Luke told Pump Talk News. "She just spent close to 9 months in, so that was a really rough time. But she's home now. She still lives on TPN total parenteral nutrition, and she's still got a lot of issues. But to be out of hospital is a good thing. We're just raising a bit of money for the hospital again to say thanks, because we spent so long there. That has actually probably been even harder than Survivor recently. But we're out of hospital, so I'm positive and happy with that." This profound personal challenge underscores the deep emotional drive behind his return to the game. Widely recognized as one of Survivor's most skilled players, Luke has yet to claim the ultimate title of sole survivor. Despite narrowly missing the crown in 2019, his popularity led to a GoFundMe campaign that raised a substantial $500,000 for him and his family. Returning with a strong desire to prove himself once more, Luke's strategy for Survivor. Australia v. the World was straightforward. Go out there and dominate. Early indications suggest his plan is on track. I'm really good at trying to stay in the game, he shared. I like to think I've got a read on the game. But again, this game is different because everyone has no qualms in stabbing their best friend in the back. Because it is the best of the best, there's no emotional attachment to anyone or anyone's game. It's all about yourself and your game. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting ride. With a formidable past challenge looming that previously led to his elimination, Luke faces a critical juncture in his quest to reach the top 5 this week. The question remains whether he can conquer his past demons or if history will repeat itself. Let's cross our fingers and cross our feet, he teased, hinting at the high stakes. Describing the current season as Survivor on steroids, Luke admitted it's too soon to contemplate another season. Let me have a year off. He laughed before being reminded he'd already had a year to recover since filming in 2024. I think we all say there's retirement, but I just feel like I'm so fortunate to be able to play 3 times. I look at what I've been able to achieve in the game, and I try to bring the LOLs and the laughs and stuff to every season and try to make it a fun one for myself and for the viewers. It would have to be the perfect season or the perfect environment for me to ever come back again, I think. Luke's journey is a compelling mix of strategic gameplay, personal sacrifice, and unwavering family love. We've covered stories of historical resilience, personal recovery, and intense competition. Stay tuned for a rapid-fire recap of today's top stories and your chance to connect with us. And that's a wrap on another massive update. We heard a survivor's powerful story from Manzanar, an overdose survivor's inspiring journey to recovery thanks to Narcan, a deep dive into survivor strategies, and a look at a player risking it all for family. Don't miss out on any future updates. Hit that like button, subscribe to Pump Talk News, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below telling us what you thought, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.